Flames devoured the velvet drapes as chaos unfolded in the ballroom. Amid the smoke and screams, a lone figure emerged, her uniform torn. Arms blistered, clutching the unconscious heir to a millionaire empire. News cameras captured the moment. A maid had become a hero, but just hours later, in a sterile hospital hallway, her world shattered. No praise, no gratitude. Only two words whispered coldly by a family lawyer, words that froze her heart. This isn't just about fire. It's about who's allowed to be a hero. Welcome, story lovers. From where are you watching? Mukamel, Likon. Maria had cleaned the mansion's marble floors for 6 years, yet no one truly saw her. She moved like a shadow through the polished halls of the wealthy Kingston estate, always present, never acknowledged. A single mother from the South Side, she worked 14-hour shifts to keep her daughter in school and food on their small table. Her days were predictable: dust, scrub, repeat. But something about that morning felt off. The usually silent halls buzzed with party planners, perfume, and laughter. The Kingstons were throwing a massive birthday bash for their son. Tyler Maria was assigned to kitchen duty, far from the action. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was coming. Change. A test. She glanced once more at the roaring fireplace in the ballroom before returning to her tasks, sun-aware that soon those flames would mean the difference between life and death, and change everything. The party exploded with noise balloons floated, champagne sparkled, and laughter echoed off the mansion walls. Maria remained in the background, her hands slick with frosting as she prepared the last tray of cupcakes. That's when she smelled it, not sugar, but smoke dotted first. No one noticed. The music was too loud. But Maria's instincts sharpened. She followed the scent down the hallway and opened the ballroom door. A curtain had caught fire from the decorative candles. The flames licked upward, fast, hungry. People screamed and scattered. But in the chaos, Maria saw something no one else did. Tyler, the millionaire's only son, was frozen by the flames, his tiny hands clutching a toy truck. He couldn't move. No one noticed. No one cared. They just ran without thinking. Maria sprinted through the smoke. Her dress caught fire and glass tore at her skin. But she didn't stop. She scooped Tyler into her arms and crashed through a side exit. Just before the ceiling gave way, sirens wailed in the distance. Paramedics pulled her away as she gasped for air, barely conscious. Cameras flashed, reporters arrived. For a moment, she was a hero, the poor maid who saved a millionaire's son. But hours later, in the hospital waiting room, bandaged and dazed, she heard two words from a Kingston family lawyer that turned her blood to ice. Unauthorized presence. Lying in that sterile hospital bed, Maria's mind was a storm of pain, smoke, and confusion. She had risked her life to save Tyler, but now she was being questioned like a criminal. The Kingston family lawyer spoke coldly, avoiding her eyes. He explained that while her actions were appreciated, she had violated safety protocols by entering a private wing of the house. They weren't pressing charges yet, but she would no longer be needed at the estate. No apology, no reward, no thank you. Just two words that echoed in her ears: unauthorized presence. She stared at her burned hands, not understanding how saving a child could still make her an outsider. Dear audience, if you're enjoying the story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. Maria never returned to the Kingston estate. Her job was gone, but something deeper had broken. The illusion that goodness always earns justice. Tyler's family released a brief statement, thanking emergency responders. Her name was never mentioned. The media moved on, but her story didn't end there. A local journalist picked it up. Community members rallied. Strangers donated to help her recover. She found strength not in the powerful, but in the people like her, forgotten, overlooked, and resilient. And though the scars on her body remained, her spirit refused to burn away. Because Maria's story isn't rare. It's a reminder that sometimes, even when you save a life, the world still sees your skin before your soul. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.